Hello everyone, guys. Welcome to another video on Ennorath's rating. Today we have 3 short videos that were sent to me. But first, let's look at the changes in the rankings. Alphaba is still in first place with a pretty healthy gap in ILO. In second place is King No Crown, in third is Zira. He seemed to have risen, he was lower on the 4th call. On the 5th, Bilbo. Pina rose from 10th all the way to 6th place, and is breathing down Bilbo's back, where he is just a little behind. In 7th place is Furamir. It's windy at 8 o'clock. As it turned out, it was me who commentated on the match with the imposter yesterday. It was not the wind that was playing, but some kind of wind of 0-5. I condemn nickname changers and separately condemn those who also steal other people's nicknames. In 9th place is Oops, and in 10th is Fabi. Top 3 players by number of matches, changes have also appeared. Gravit burst in. This car has already surpassed everyone, 223 matches. Ivan Ermakov remains in 2nd place. And King No Crown moved to 3rd, also with an impressive number of matches. According to the maps, nothing seems to have changed. Eastfold is my favorite. Here in 2nd and 3rd place are new cards, now people like Fortsev Bruin and Ethereal Dale. In addition, there are also changes in the winning streak Faramir burst into. By the way, I don't understand why, having such an impressive streak of victories, he dropped to 7th place. Somebody just drove him hard. It remains with the same amount then the Wind 15, Bert 14 and King No Crown. 12 wins and so first. Match today is a duel between Gravit and a Beaver. The Muddy Mountains are played by a Beaver and Gravit. Plays for Rohan. Flow from subscriber. It seems the subscriber's girlfriend got burned, or is it my subscriber? But it's unlikely. Girls probably don't look at me. There was only one. Elsages, but let's remember her. That's it, she's gone. So what will he do? Hobbit. No, it's so strange. I haven't seen this for a long time. That is, it will not attach. He can kill the wargs, just like Nada once did. But he wants to rush. I think, yes, he's putting up a barracks. I think I said that in the last video too. Previously, they always used cavalry against Rohan. But Goblin doesn't have early cavalry. But there are trolls. But very rarely does anyone do this. Mainly players who are at the top. Making trolls as an alternative to Kava. It's very, very rare to see this. Not because they are some kind of super smart. It's just not popular. It's not customary to do something. Wait, I was wrong. He still goes to fix it. Added swordsman well. Such a charm. Strats is that he can make cavalry out of them. It presses worse than ordinary cavalry. But he... Right away. 3 squads can be done at an expensive price. Although I'm not there for. 300 seems like 300, but why this creeping? Good, because firstly you pay off the transformation into Kava and secondly you sit them completely not for everyone. Spearmen are needed to attach the warg as. Another one came out and another barracks were erected. Min very cool build gravitates, but the Beaver has a good rush anyway. Regular Kava would be more profitable, or grade all 3 squads at once. But since he is greedy, then it will come back to haunt him a little. But on the other hand, maybe it's okay. He took the wargs. Now he will try to do the same here. But in my opinion, he turned them in vain. Yes, he could still fix it. Just once, and then turn. So that they all have full HP. So, he found the hole by accident. Here he wanted to demolish something, but the goblins chase him away. Well, okay, normal. Normal start for Gravit. Bad rush. The beaver did it. One more niggle, come on, let's see. He doesn't see her. Barely. But it's not a fact. No, he doesn't see. We must remember, by the way, that this place is not translucent. It's see-through. This is where it doesn't show through, most likely. If they just run along the path like this. And it's too narrow here. Even if the worker here did not build the farm, the squad would just run through. They would have noticed the wine. -1 tunnel. Notice what Gravit does. These guys have very bad crush. Because they slow down a lot. That's why he stops them on purpose. To keep them from slowing down. Cause when they slow down, they start hitting them in the back. They take more damage. He pushes a little and then fights in close combat with them. Quite good. The problem is that these guys have no experience. They don't get a standard bearer, so to restore need to build a fountain now. For now they are very valuable to him. Interesting this. He did it to me on purpose, not on purpose, okay. I decided to fix the ghost this way. And the troll was also secured by a distraction, it seems. That Gravit really trained hard, but damn. 220 skating rink in the new season, which seems to be less than a month. Started back. It's clear that skill has grown very much. Am I really? I won't bomb anymore about the fact that Gravit does not finish off his opponents. Terma puts. So no one plays for Rohan at all. By the way, second shooting range, well, these should be throwers. Of course he appeared there. Azig and more. He won't be able to hide. Now is a very important moment. He can't. Fuck Azig's imbecility. Well, that is, this moment cannot be underestimated. Well, Azig is not yet a Karana maniac, but he is now. Oh yes, already. Gravite trains spearmen. These are the runs now. Make no sense because the goblin can leave troops in the tunnel, and in any tunnel. He might just disembark and defend. Now Gravit received valuable information that Azig appeared. And now he needs to think about how he will be his kill, so he reached the second tier. Not bad, 5 points faster than the enemy. He took almost everything on the map in terms of creeps. Adds the last creep. So, Azig has arrived, we need to give him the flashlight now. Light of the Astari. But he won't die, of course. But he kicked him pretty hard. And this is a big bonus for Gravita now. You can't fight here, it's a mistake. But as we see, he is trying to demolish the crow's height to stay here as long as possible. Gandalf has very high stats. Therefore, you can simply send him to death. Even if you lose it, you won't feed it. Because it's a call. He is Azig's Cositus. He understands that he will not kill him, but it doesn't matter here. The main thing is that Azig does not level up for as long as possible and restored his health. Because it's hard for Rohan. Rohan needs to be rocked. Eowyn and Eomeradu. 2 copies and then he's fine. You will feel. Then he will not be afraid of Azig. But first you need to download them. He does Gomling. By the way, I saw this option. Against Azig. True, it kinda makes sense. But when it's at a tournament, I think I used a Sala. He swallowed on both cheeks. Well, nevertheless, this option against Azog also works. It's just worse. There is, like, a bird in the hand, a universal Varric, for spamming throwers. And if it gets really bad. But it's really not popular, but I advise you to do it. Set up a workshop and make blades for throwers. Now, they will kill heroes very much. Firstly, he wants sit on the warg, otherwise they will one-shot him. But it's a big investment. And it's not as effective as throwing 2 spears. But you don't need to download anything. Now Gravit has an advantage. But Azog is already frail. And this is such a ghostly advantage. The beaver dug in. He doesn't have a lot of troops, but they are strong. Azog is gradually absorbing experience. Good idea since he can't fight. At least he's not idle. That's all in vain. Gravit retreats. Did he need this farm? Demolish under the crate. I'm not sure he made a good trade. And here is an unexpected option. From his side these are fiery arrows. Well, he's surprising. In this skating rink of course, but in my opinion it won't work. Maybe he has a big advantage. Due to this he will drag. But it's as if arrows are not needed here. Well, okay. Well, he's supposed to. He makes arrows to even the odds. Well, these archers are stronger than the Rohan archers, but due to the upgrade of arrows, these will be stronger. Well, until these ones have. The problem is that he has nothing to kill Azog with, and this pack seems to be larger than it looks. What about the leader? Total 25. He needs either level 5 or 6 to make her empty. There is not a single hero against Azog. Gambling is useless here. By the way, you can call. I think Gravit screwed up. It turns out, look, there's a pack. Damage bowman. There are a few infantry for tanking. And there is Azog, who is can tank. There are only damage units here. There's no one to dance with. And he won't. Framing Dodin. Well, Dodin is very good of course, but he is useless against Azog. That is, he is still just like a blank, which distributes stats, but since he got it for free, it doesn't matter. But gambling is not needed here. In my opinion this is some kind of ass. So he decided to push things a little here. By the way, you can crush these guys. The spearman appeared. Well, just a lot of time. Now was lost. This time could be spent for leveling up heroes. This is a mistake. It was necessary to call Azog. Now he has nothing to damage him with at all. He started making throwers. Ymir appeared. Well, you see what the problem is. If it were any other faction other than the dwarf, you just might run by Ymir, beat the farms. Even combine with these Konluks. Well, or build, combine with this cavalry. Build axemen. From the stables to demolish faster, and this Ymir is more or less. Only the 3rd level swung there. It's not difficult, but here is a goblin who. Just one squad to take him down. The spearman must be left behind, and in the end, Ymir can only fight the troops. That is, stand near the troops. Absorb the experience. But the problem is that the army. Bravita still. Shit. This pack got even stronger. Gravity is in favor now. Plays something that is very afraid. Beaver it because it. They just strangled me under the base. Therefore, he is in no hurry to attack. Gravite divided the troops. We should Remember, well, he does, well, have all these riders. To sacrifice, in vain he is a fountain. I didn't, that's also a big mistake. Don't forget that each unit costs 200 and you also invested 300 in them and I could, yes I could be wrong, 350 that is. This is an expensive squad, it would be better to keep their stats very high, at worst it would be possible. I would even trample them in these Lakari, that is, commit suicide on the spearmen so that they would at least a little. Minus the worker 2 workers the beaver takes away the tower you can't be here again. Need a fountain, very much because 2 squads of Canalux, in fact, are now R1. Divided now. Gravite. Oh, and he's using what I said, like he's doing his best. It's damaging, the heroes are just absorb. Ah well, but beaver still. Stupid, why not a single detachment of spearmen? Didn't leave it here. Even a small pack could be left. It would be easier to defat. Wait, did I miss something? So, the 3rd tier is called to the rear. Oh no, everything there. They are alive. Well, still no win. Berter appeared. The 3rd tier was exchanged for 1 farm. Not profitable. Very, very bad. But there's also the problem that he simply threw it to the rear. You could put it here. For example, 2 farms could easily be demolished, maybe 3. But there is still a question, was it worth throwing it in? Or maybe he should have been left for the skirmish. Gravitates like in that movie. When he swims, he leaves no strength. Way back. I don't understand at all. What will he do? A decent pack of Conils. Eomer should now take level 3. You can come here. Arrival is already close. If he makes fire arrows. Which he won't do. But wait, it depends on the pumping. I forgot because I'm stupid. Well, that means he had 1 level, he needs it. He can carry a fortress and easy well. True, all in risk, but maybe for now. That Gravit is safe to eat a spear. Very good. Damage came from both sides. We need towers here. Gandalf rode Coca drunkenly through scents. Didn't throw away the color and antiquity. In short, the bet is on Bert or a fortress focus. Well, make 1 tower better at the back. 2 money is full, maybe he ordered the armor and but to be sure, but there's a damn Cayman. Tower, Berter. He boasted. Returns with the cavalry would be useful. Yes, he lost it. No, he didn't lose it. This is all the cavalry. Game view of who he is. You basically already had a chance. This is a comeback night. No. Wrong. This is a beaver comeback. Well, to fight off, in short, there were chances like. I could have leaked it stupidly, by the way. Still kill Berter. Oh well, never mind. 6,000, 7,000 in my pocket. Dulled well, 80% good. It was played by Gravit just a little, it just lacked just a drop. A beaver would be nice. I purely saved Azek with his imbecility, in my opinion, but without negativity. The next match we have Brandy. Hills 13-13 against Achilles, Misty Mountains against LOTR. Huge map for both factions, not bad. Map control, but the goblin has it, of course, better due to the Well, at first Lorien can wield moose quite well. Lorien has an easier time playing against Azog, who is currently in the meta, although the hurts that Goblin will play may not be Azog. So, that means the build is through 3 farms and a barracks. He went to make a stand, he wants to attack, there are swordsmen here. Respect. 2 barracks, okay. Also an aggressive build, plays without squeaking. You can play like this, but you must have a fairly high skill and a little luck. Because if you don't find a little one, brother, this is the worst thing that can happen. You just came to the enemy and gave him the farm. There is only 1 detachment there, you can't land them, they will die too. Yes, only the 2nd barrack was completed. He also dropped off. This is very bad, don't play like that. Goblin wanted to be aggressive, but in the end, some kind of crap happened. What a risky build. Loriana paid off. Normally I would recommend moose. Well, everyone seems to know. You should play Kavu against Goblin, so that he doesn't. My god, he burned another one. This is just terrible. How bad everything is. Incoming. Lorien has all the advantages, which may just need to be taken away. Look, the Malorns give a small armor bonus, sheep. Goblins bucked off, but in any case, he takes the little girl and another little girl who is scorching, uncle. But it's literally just a little bit like this. You managed it so well, by the way, the goblins caught the kid in the junkyard. We caught a little bit of greed, but don't care. Lolo still has too much of an advantage. Interesting now. Is he blind or can he still see? He should show. That's how much. Maybe he doesn't see. So there's nothing here. Minus worker. No. I was wrong. No need to build spearmen. Against such a build at the beginning, even if there are spiders there. Swordsmen are also okay. With them they can cope. Well, there are a few mistakes here now. Granted, he panicked and immediately sent all the troops. Only 1 was needed, but it doesn't matter, Lorien still has it. Everything is fine. He finally got over this little thing. That is, he is not blind, he saw her. Goblin forgot. Turn on the aggressive. Lolo has already accumulated quite a large stack. He needs to separate the troops. Oh, it's for the sake of creeping, or something? He saw the creeps take over. It is not customary to play trolls against LOTR, because this faction has archers who don't miss. And almost all the heroes are riflemen. That is, it is very easy to kill trolls, but this does not mean that they are generally useless, of course. But even in this situation he essentially the first tier with a quote. Yes, with 2 points. He exchanged it for a farm, that's not bad. Here, oh, and now. Controls quite well, by the way. Now he's a goblin, spoiled the boy. Hit. Well, now we need to stop being greedy. And run away, for example. You can demolish it if he sees, of course. Yes, he saw it, but it doesn't matter. Here Lothlorien should. He decided to divide the troops, build a mirror. Galadriel 2. Filing. The mirror is an improved fountain. That is, for example, Gundor has a fountain. For 300 coins, this fountain costs 600 in my opinion. Or 500, but it's much better. Heals and resurrects. So the elves got into a jam again. But they took down 1 Nichka. Goblin spams well. Perhaps he is now. will justify his bad start. Well, or somehow I said it wrong. In short, it will catch up. Advantage of the enemy. Oh, now this is going to hurt. Ooh. And I already felt. In Peppa's area. Well. Both squads are alive, of course. But I screwed up a bit. But now Lov has the advantage. Look anyway. Now there will be a second shooting range. Summon Lucars. Minus worker. By the way, LOTR is doing the right thing by playing on the left side. He doesn't need gifts here. Tom, Bill, and Bert. Curious, that is, instead of a coronation, he decided to take. These are very good trolls, but I remind. It's not customary to play trolls against Lolo, but so far he has no heroes, so, in principle, it can be curbed. The main thing is that they have cover. That is, if the goblins will end Khan. And now there will be a moment that could kill Tom, Bill, and Bert. They cost 2,000, and they have limited access. Error. That is, if you lose. Well, there's one more thing. Yes, that's a huge mistake. It was necessary to start a battle and then call in the back. These guys. Goblin makes a mistake, loses one troll. But they are pumped, so it's not a problem. Well, it's sad, of course, we could fight with them. Now, we'll have to let go, wait a little. So, on the 4th level they have Ponana, or Borscht, as I like to call it. The best content in the game, as if I keep you posted, very cool. But no one plays them. By the way, at some point the testers suggested nerfing. Or remove this skill altogether. Because even without this skill they are very good. And despite this, no one plays them. This is the first time in 50 replays that I've seen them. Well, Azok would probably be more useful here anyway. Than these three guys. Maybe that's why they don't play. Creep. Meanwhile, Goblin can capture this creep. Or call yourself some other. Azajik appeared. He invested all the money. I would now advise. Invested in the coronation. I would advise him to order goblins now. You can order goblins at the barracks. At the same time, order a coronation, and they will come out everyone you ordered. That is, the troops will change here. But the goblins will still leave the barracks. Well, he has no cover now. Well, of course, there's a small problem here. There are all archers here, one detachment of spearmen. That is, maybe he is cheating on the boy now. But it's risky. It doesn't matter. Yes, LOTR is panicking. He doesn't have enough experience. Now there was a moment when he could easily kill these trolls. Still, well, even exchange this pack. Not all of it, but this one. They are fine, they still cost 2,000. Moreover, they are rolled, but I panicked. But he is in charge here in the rear. By the way, the most valuable little thing is being demolished. Ravenheight, just step back. It's terrible, he's a goblin. It's not just cheese. Who plays the goblin? Wait a minute, 1313. He will go outside. A brick will fall on his head. The next day. Well, you can't be so stuffy. Well, he's just kidding. Over brother, what is it? In close combat with trolls. And he want control. Yes? Tin. What a horror. Third Barak added. But Lorian very much. Sfiddle. Yes, he has already reinforced. Okay, he's going to die now. I think he could have escaped. But I hope. What Lorian? started spamming spears. Learns from your mistakes. When you have an army of only LOTR, it's like, hey race, what could happen? Trolls have recovered. We ate borscht with snot. By the way. You understand what he wants to do. He waits until he hits the crow's heights to throw a couple of stones at him in the face, and Lauren realized this. Maybe this pack scared him. We need to put up a statue. Minus worker. What? This lion is doing. Damn, this is a powerful build. Well, of course you should look. This is against a player who is more confident. Plays on Larina. But this is a tough build. Can I put a second borch? Lucky now too. The troll stood far away. He could have been shot. The third tier is called, not bad. Finally Lorien can clear this point. There is also a third tier. Goblin has it, and in my opinion he wasted it. Now call. Well, I understand that 13-13. He just feels very confident in this matchup, and he just exchanges. But he gives away a lot of it for fun. He fumbles for it. It's bad. He didn't cut the aggression really. Almost. 5th level and well. But Achilles can manage to kill Mobile and Bert. Again he gave. Second shooting range, but he couldn't shoot them. He needs some kind of legal heroes, for example. Wow pack. Just wow. It seemed to me, or I saw. Oh, how it shines in the eyes. It seemed to me. It seemed he made flags. The pack is very tasty, but the question is how will he control it? Well, by the way, now there will be a full leader. I'm not lying, you need level 7. Well, almost full. As Zig flies in, we need to focus him. With all the troops, con to him. Easiest. Now Tom Bell and Bert, don't be stupid. All troops. According to the trolls, that's all. This is a victory for Lori, you might have thought. It's like I'm rooting for Lori. It's not like that. It just seems to me that. How would Goblin plays with food? Well, it's clear that he plays well. I don't know who is under this nickname. It's clear he's not a newbie. He plays too hard. Even now. What is it? Why? By the way, why didn't Lorien focus? They are literally in front of your nose. His archers are running around and throwing stones. Well, maybe these troops will be killed. There's like 3 or 4 packs. Not bad at all. Surrounded, well done, but Goblin still uses it. And gives him a few more. Beliznikov, you face. There are spiders. Not a bad pack of LOTRs, but it's a mistake. Biting here is just a mistake. Now, he realized it too late. Gave away the second tier. There is a 7th level. He needs to wait for more troops. Either as it. The singer is not bad. I like that. Let Lorien have poor control. But he spammed the perfect army. All corners are closed. He has a lot of spearmen, so that his trolls could not hit him in close combat. And Azig could not ride a horse. A bunch of bowmen, lots of Varden to tank. And they quickly demolished the building. He has support. He also added a singer, for additional support. Perfect. Can be added now. And demolish the crepe, and victory is his. Here, and to the Goblin now. It will be necessary. Well, just more troops and Azig. Basically kick that shit. Almost the entire map is under his control. So, and by the way, I don't know why, Lauren retreated. It's strange. Another bastard falls. 1313 went on the attack. Places the cave. Well, if it weren't for Azog. Now the giants would do well against this crowd. I wonder what he was. Oh, well, maybe Kavu. Yes, tried to catch the enemy. On a mistake. Thranduil is there, 14 points. And here it's already 25, wow. Well, in that case, Thranduil is a mistake. He had to do the ents. He's making them now. He has a snot block. But that's not a problem. While the end is being completed there, we can finish the little one. There is a place here, well. And I don't know where. He can still build here in the meantime. 1313 wanted Pargami. Apparently harassing is a good idea. If only these guys were knocked down. Now they buff everyone with their howl and buff. Regular wargs, also including that. Ordinary wargs have their howl, and the alpha can also use his howl too. They still need to be buffed additionally, as if the farms will fall quite quickly, but this is still not very effective strat, and he sold the troops for the sake of alarm, threw in a 20 heal. That's all. Very big mistake still selling, bro. What are you doing? You have a big army stronger than yours, your opponent. If you build a beard tree without selling troops, well, how could you do it now? Fight and some troops would die and a point would be freed up command points. Enter or tree beard. Okay, come here and then throw a 20 heal on the army that will defat this fortress, and you demolish the fortress and everything is victory in. As a result, now the goblin has time to react. Well, that is, to build even more troops. It was a mistake to push the cavalry here in vain. That is, the enemy set fire. Sees that he is beating, and that means he knows that there is cavalry there. Let him expect it. Well, true. At such a moment you need more kava to catch him. But he has already made 2 squads, of course. Takes risks. Oh. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. If I were in place 1313, I wouldn't have fought here terribly. Called. There is a second tier. There is also a third tier. But maybe Lauren will still drag it into circulation on the way because... Damn, sorry those guys, he has a bigger army. He has a third shooting range now. But... On the other hand, the goblin will now have the third tier, and besides, he can get to tier 4 very. Bombo goes well and doesn't have time to react. 1313 Achilles blows away almost all of his archers, and more. And starts doing damage. Azog. It's simple, wonderful. In general. Leaves no chance. Flew. Arrow to Azog. Must pass. Azog's wrath. Although, in my opinion, it doesn't matter anymore. You elves have so many troops that just a worm died. But there are 26 points. Need to throw Balrog for protective purposes. There are no options here. That's the only way. And right away, burn Treebeard. Got offended. He shouldn't use it in vain. This thing heals. Will allow him to heal faster. He still can't use Azog in battle now. Okay. I don't understand why he threw it at his troops. What? What's happening? The juiciest goals. First the tree of beards. He will die just from breathing. Well, either, I don't know, this and this. Use it. Then you need to damage the heroes. Well, this one will run away. This one maybe not. Is he on crepe, or what? Good breathing? Wow, oh good. I burned a lot. The odds are even. Lauren even. The army has become weaker now. Runs to push. He wants to demolish the crepe. Crepe with armor. He wants to demolish the crepe with trolls, I guess. Minus end. Damn, maybe Treebeard should be sent to Creepa because of the heavy burden. Now there will be another breath. But he doesn't have time. While the Balrog is tanking, trolls could carry Creepa. But they won't make it in time while Razalathon surrenders. 50% armor release. Damn, the goblin is good. But the truth is I don't like it. How he summoned the Balrog. But this idea was great. 100 points for Gryffindor. If the fortress carried thus puts a hole. Reinforcements will be made by Berdura and 3 packs. Lucre is trying to build while this match is worthy of a tournament such tension. That it's just some kind of random skating rink between people who, it seems to me, are not even included in the rating. Playing Ilse playing Achilles 26-13-13-43. I almost thought that they were newbies, a good rating in principle. I even passed. Damage. The bug can be killed easily. 12. Doesn't see this Killaborn. He saw it too late. It's too late. And Lorien wandered alone. Singer without autocast. He needs to eat. Well done, but it won't save him. Here. Why don't the trolls build against Lorien's bow? The eagles are called and finally he is Tom Bill and Bertha will pick it up. Is it worth it or not? Notice this is super sad level 10 and Lorien doesn't focus them between. Other than that, what the hell are they? How will they survive? They will survive. Then you can kill an eagle. Tough bro, how are you? You managed to shit yourself, but he can push pretty well now. 13 basis of the problem with reinforcement troops, and landed but not enough. Besides, Kelia is giving armor now. The elves have become fatter again. Makes cavalry, and I missed the moment, it's completely implemented it somehow. And didn't pay attention. Now we could use them for harassment. Although he has some niggles here. No, well, I understand that he's scared now. The fact that he is being pushed, that's why he doesn't think to harass or not. But at least one detachment. Throw to the flank. To vilify these Malorns. Because he's losing so much in terms of leveling now. Maybe he doesn't understand it. But now Lola will have the second 20 heal. You need to try at least a little to catch up with the enemy. 20 points. You need to take the Marauder. But now it will come back to haunt him that he didn't kill Treebeard. Well, that's it, sir. Yes, there's no way to get it out. Minus Azek and minus everything. Well, Tom beat and Bird is the MVP of this match. Huge value. Simply the best unit. If only this game had statistics for individual units. Then ensure that you and I would see a bunch of demolished buildings. And a huge number of dead troops. Maybe some even random hero died from their stones. Although I'm not sure about it. Well, both players played well. Congratulations to Achilles on his victory. Well, the final match for today. ROTWK Plains. Beaver is playing again. Same matchup, only against Ermac. Let's go. Build 2 barracks. It's early kava here. Damn, I'm a hobbit. Somehow I managed not to notice. Yeah, well, it turns out that. Oh no, he still makes peasants. I wanted to say that he is awesome. We'll finish off the creep. Basically the same as swordsman. Not bad. I went to put an Ichka. Well, let's see what build Ermac uses against the goblin. How? Wood. Let's make it better. It looks here, in my opinion. But to press comfortably, you need 2 packs. They are weakly armored. So he needs to take this into account, or push like a jeweler. So, the second mark is placed. This seems to be something like this on security guards, but he will press from here. Maybe he hopes to take away the creep? Not sure. And no, I was wrong. He crawls through the wargs. Well, small losses. He lost 10%. Ermac spammed something harshly with spears. Maybe because I wanted to attach it. Well, I don't know if this is right. And in the end, did the beaver catch him or not? No, he didn't catch him. He doesn't have time to finish. Cool, look how much HP is left. What if he ran not here but here? Would he have enough strength to finish it off or not? Error. But Beaver didn't react at all. Maybe he wasn't looking. Don't push the goblin like that. He will burn through the blades and your kava will die. Not all of it, of course, but this kind of kava will die. Well, that's it. There are 2 packs. It doesn't make sense to rush with goblins. It takes too many for the kava to get stuck. So the start is completely lost. Spiders are being made. And the archers, that is, the beaver is preparing. Deflate. His worker was set on fire. Basically just about this nigga. Ermac doesn't know, and that's all. Well, by the way, in the skating rink against Gravit, it was also a great start for Gravit. There is still a troll on the map. Will Ermac really take all the creeps? Now he wants to compete for this. But there are few troops there. Well, the cavalry has gone. What the hell is this? Why is one squad in a standing position and the other not? What a shame it looks like. Let me explain for beginners. This stance allows for better pressure, but you're losing your armor. Have you noticed how quickly Crate kills? This cannot be used under spiders either, but he did a good job. LOTRs for the price, of course, will be an ordinary swordsman. Well, now he wants to save at least one in each squad. He can't, spiders run faster. Oh, please. Legit. And meanwhile he set fire. And because the signal. Yes, the alarm opens. That is, it is also worth noting, if you are playing as a goblin, put it here, if possible of course, or here, then the alarm won't light up. Because only half was visible. So, he continues his attempts. Shut up, Beaver. Spiders. Oh, he decided to see if there was still a troll. Is he alive? Well, with this pack, spiders have a good chance. Hide. Troll, maybe some chests. Steal. The goblins have left, here I come. Thoden, a mark is placed, and Ermac cleans up. These are the squads. Calm down, that's how we came here. Lucari, that's why. The spiders decided to leave, to play it safe. Minus grandfather will be here now. It is unlikely that his retreat will save him, but we'll see. Still built the cavalry. But this one squad is not even worth showing. Ah, he decided to take advantage. Okay, not bad, not bad. He gives away the cavalry to save grandfather. Well, 450, 500. Well, who the hell knows? In my opinion, they see more than grandfather. It's all doubtful how profitable it is, but somehow, yes. True, he secured the troll in parallel, which is good for me. I heard yes. I thought it was like, as if I heard Alvin. Finally he secured the tin. How many goblins died to give birth to them? 300 coins well. And the Rokans too, by the way. The LOTRs were a bit far away, the peasants had already died, but it was possible. Fight a little, 2 more packs are suitable, grandfather will support them here. The main pack came to the rear and Azogik appeared. And again Ermac is not ready for this. Well, again I'm a fool, he really plays through the right. A shooting gallery that can, through the right branch, more accurately called the Galadri, can jot down Azoga. But it's unpleasant. Still with a mistake, he can't retreat. He's losing his troops. He needs to let these guys down and the campaign will have to now call the second tier and Azog will simply retreat. Maybe he can endure it, but Azog beats even without a coronation, with just a small patch. Beaverkin spiders lose. But overall, well, as if Ermac played poorly here now. He's still losing his cavalry. There are a lot of cavalry. This is unnecessary. This is a mistake. I need to go. Alvin was building. Here are the last 3 cavalry units. Weren't needed here. Made by Elmer. Okay. I would prefer the first hero. Still Alvin, because she has a spear from the 2nd level. And it codes very quickly. He has it stronger, but it codes slowly. And it's from the 3rd level. Okay, that's another matter. He decided to build 2. Yes, I gave in to the retreat. Azog doesn't have time to catch up. Well, by the way, can I try it now? Wait a minute, you can try to stiff him with 2 heroes. Under the army. No, he doesn't want to. What? Grandfather's brother gave. It's like there's a mistake. Azog takes the 2nd level. Maybe he decided to do it for the sake of pumping. Ymir almost died, by the way. Yoin reached almost level 3. Okay. Again, this is doubtful, but in principle, maybe he wants a tit in his hand. This is definitely a mistake. Don't underestimate the Galadri squad. They could deal quite a lot of damage to Azog. So what did they merge into? To the point that protects, well, Crow Heights protects nothing. There's nothing of value here. Neither for Rohan nor for Goblin. It was worth spending the 2nd tier on this when you have a large army. She could have taken it down anyway. Either or else. Here is Crow Height, and we are coming here. That's all. And it's as if we have no contact with her. Well, okay. I think we need to hand over the spear to him right away. A lot of damage. Gave away the spear. That's it. Azog climbed in. The wargs had a good ride here. Yummer still hasn't gotten his way. And it's as if Rohan doesn't win here. Oh, he also built Teodriad. Curious. It was better gone Berrigan to hand over his abundance to Azoka. But if in the last skating rink I spoke, what needs to be countered by Azid, and everything will be fine. It won't be here. Here Ermac really loses. Very few troops. Well, it's good that Hell suppressed now. He has a spear. He also gained extra experience. Yoan will roll back his spear now. There is a tower. These guys should retreat now. Withdraw reinforcements. Maybe it will be okay. He decided to add okay. This is a school build like me. I once tried to come up with something normal for him. Used back when our ghouls were in the meta and the fight didn't work out for me. But it's kind of hard to counter. When 4 heroes are skating and we are being carried, the only problem is that, again, this is a matchup in which this is countered by 1 detachment of spearmen. Well, let 2 of them in the tunnel. You say, but what prevents him from succeeding them? He is afraid. He will be afraid of Azig. He will not rush because Azig might come out and throw you away and you won't be able to escape. That is, it turns out that this 4 is instead. Cavalry will be used to crush archers when he is not a goblin. There will be spearmen left from here. That's the plan. Well, plus it will be easier to escape from Azig. If anything, that is Ermac. We'll always be sure that Azig will not run to beat his heroes because he will take them away. That is, well, technically, there should be an advantage now. Rahana, but Beaver made Berter. That is, now there are 2 goals that frighten. Well, you probably should. Berdura should be taken because it is thinner. Yes. Spears fly. This is a bad fight. For Ermac he hurried. Maybe it's because there's a pack here. Oh wait, tier 3. What's going on here? Not here yet. Okay, I took Berdura. Well, okay, if he was counting on the 3rd tier, then okay. Not bad, but he would still like to jump. But he won't have time anymore. That is, in principle. 3rd shooting range on Berter. It seems to me that it's not that bad for Beaver. His army is stronger than Rohan still has, because right here, this army was larger. Just a battle at Veronia Heights. Sort of like that. And now he wants to clean up these guys. This is valuable prey, because here, the proxy is being built. That is, a lot can be done. Gain experience. It would be desirable for the Beaver to catch up with the enemy now. Couldn't jump. Gimli. Well. By the way, if Beaver doesn't continue to use spearmen in the tunnels, then Ermac can try. Clean with heroes. By the way, I still haven't called the tower anywhere, but in vain. 1. It is always advisable to keep the tower near the base, because he only knows how to throw repairs on the tower. Stop, stop, stop. Will he make it? Yes, he has time. He didn't have enough. This is where I would put the tower now. Or he would have tried to stab him in the back. His entire pack was already dead. The proxy was also cleared. For the sake of the couple farms, but it is worth admitting that it is beneficial that Azig is not fighting in the tunnel now. It is very beneficial for him. But here it's already at such a stage that I would like to kill him. Gomling appeared and where and he didn't call. And yes, for this skirmish. Beaver scored much more points. He was losing. I cleared it all out. He has now evened the score, essentially. Even overtook the enemy. That is, this is a purely bad decision. From Ermac's side. Fight there. Wow. Knights move. The army is weak. But he built ROTWK. ROTWK is, like, a hero in the making. He's not very good at the beginning, but he's at peace. Stands and piles on from afar with a small splash. That is, this type is almost non-risky. Hero, but as soon as it will swing, what an ass it will be. Goblin burn. Reinforcements arrived, but again, the problem here remains that the beaver has a stronger army. Half the troops are here. These are homeless people, and plus he still needs to kill Azit. He's already healed up, and plus the crow's height. Rohan has nothing that can quickly demolish a crow, which means he will have to retreat. He decided to tank like a lout. And oh, what a tasty pile-up. The third shooting range flew. The worm failed as usual. I had to breathe here. Miss. Ermac was lucky. Oh, how lucky. We need to blame him for the crepe now. I don't understand why he started fighting. We must run, we must run. Oh, it looks like Ermac has flooded the skating rink now. Decided to focus it, but I don't know if it's worth it. When a bunch of LOTRs come at you in the back, you could just retreat. You can call birds. Beaver has a lot of money. That is, even if he loses everything now, he can easily restore. Ermac has, well, a good supply of money, but not much. Again, what is this worth? What is this? What is it like? It's painful to watch. He's merging these elves. GG pumping dragged. Alas, and that's all. Thanks for your attention, guys. Like and subscribe. Send your cats or play to me on Discord. Bye everyone.